Well, Niloofar joins me now. I suppose the first question to you must be, how are your family in Kabul? What contact have you been able to have with them?
Well, it has been definitely difficult for them. The situation is every day getting more dangerous, and everybody's so terrified. Everybody's just finding a way to get away. And unfortunately, I have a difficult time reaching out to my parents. I don't know if it is due to internet or electric, or I have no idea, but I am definitely really worried about everybody down there. It looks like people are so terrified. They're so scared.
Are your family trying to get out as far as you know?
Um, well, we are really trying. So
You can but hope. Niloofar, tell us a little bit about your journey to where you are now. I mean, becoming a pilot in the Afghan Air Force, that, despite the fact that the Taliban were not in power, that must still have been extraordinarily difficult.
very difficult, as an Afghan female. Of course, this is something the Taliban are against. The Taliban war is against women. They don't want a woman to be educated. They take away the rights from the woman. The first thing they do, they take away everything from a woman. The same thing. I was the symbol of freedom of women in Afghanistan. As a woman, that I raised my voice and tried to go against what they believe. And unfortunately, it ended up risk my life and my family's life. And I have been threatened so many times by them. My brother got shot by them, and it's just really, really scary situation for any woman to be in. And now, right now, and I'm thinking about what every Afghan females are going through, every little girls, women in Afghanistan are going through. They must be really scared for their life. I have been watching videos. I cannot take my mind away. I have been watching the news nonstop, and my heart is in pain. Watching the girls screaming that I will get killed. Please take me away. Or it's really, really scary that all the women has to think like this because they know what the future is going to look like for them.
I spoke to a Taliban spokesman a couple of days ago, and he said to me that the Taliban have changed, that they believe that women should be educated. He said that they could go to university. He said that women could work. He also said that women didn't need to wear the burqa walking around Afghanistan. Do you believe him?
I do not. I do not believe that. The people that they already prove themselves, how the world is easy, believe them already that they have changed. They're the same people. Already in Kabul, you see no sign of any woman. Any pictures of a woman in the stores and the walls, it has been already blacked out. There's no woman in the city. One woman already got killed because she didn't have a burqa on. How can I even trust that word? How the world can trust that word?
What impact has it had on your family? I mean, you wanted to become a pilot. It must have been a really, really tough journey. You mentioned your brother being shot. How have your family coped with you wanting a career?
I have been always blessed to have them in my life. Since I decided to do something for my country, serve my country, and fly for my country, and go against what is not right for a woman, and be a woman to raise my voice against all this wrong stuff that they believe. Of course, myself and my family have been always targeted because they don't like a woman to raise their voice and ask for their right. And unfortunately, they always stood by me, and it really breaks my heart that now that situation, just me wearing the uniform, serving my country, now putting entire my family in risk. It's really breaking my heart that I'm thinking, what have I done wrong? This is my fault that I wear the uniform and try to serve my country just because I'm a woman. They don't see me as a human being. It's really, really heartbreaking.
What of your career? You managed to go to America and you've managed to continue to fly. What is your life like now?
Well, I'm so blessed to be able to fly again back in the United States, and everything has been great. And thank God I am safe. I'm not worried about my safety, and I'm trying to achieve more rights, more voice, raise my voice for more women and girls that they have been left behind in Afghanistan. And I would try my best to do anything that if I can save them, because I know how that feels to be in their place. I have been in that place 7 years ago, and I know how that feels when you have no support and everybody leaves you alone, including the society, just for being a woman. So I have been blessed that I have been given the opportunity to raise again and do what I have been dreamed to do.
Would you ever consider flying for the American Air Force over Afghanistan?
Absolutely. Absolutely. If I wear the uniform, no matter here and Afghanistan, I will be still proud to wear the uniform and go and maybe one day back to my country and serve my country and save my people. And that's what I'm looking for and really looking for that day will come soon.
Could you ever see a situation arise, though, where you may be flying for America against the Taliban over Afghanistan?
Well, as an Afghan woman, that would be my honor. I would absolutely do it with not even thinking 2 seconds about it.
Do you think you can ever go back to Afghanistan? Do you think you will? Do you have any hope for the future?
Well, it's hard. Afghan's been hoping for years and years. It's more than decades. Every Afghan, every little Afghan girls that now they are probably 20, older than 20, they are hoping that for the better future. Unfortunately, every time that we hope for a better future, it just disappoints us. It goes all the way back. And, as a little girl, I grew up during this 20 years of freedom in Afghanistan, given every right to do what I want to do and raise my voice and fight for my country. But I never thought when I was a little girl that this is going to be new Afghanistan. And this is really scaring me, that seeing this 20 years of fighting the war, all the lives, international lives has been lost in Afghanistan during this 20 years of war, all those trillions dollars been spent. What happened to all of those? What happened? It all wasted. How the world can abandon Afghanistan that quick. And that's what surprised me, that how Afghanistan can go back to the story that it was 20 years ago. And I'm not saying I'm gonna give up hoping, but I will still hope for the better future and the better future for the girls and women in Afghanistan.
Are you angry at the American authorities for pulling out?
I am not. I am not angry. I cannot say the world and Afghanistan, they could stay in Afghanistan forever. No, nobody can stay anywhere forever. And I am more disappointed on my own Afghan government that they abandoned the country. Because if the US pulled out, yes, they made a decision and they did. But why Afghan government handed 20 years of freedom back to Taliban? We have been I have been hearing this, that why Afghan troops didn't fight. They did fight. We lost over 57,000 of soldiers and fighting against Taliban during all these years, because they had a backup, they had air support, they had people that they were supporting them along the way. They had a confidence. They were thinking that there is somebody having my back. But now, when the leaders abandoning entire, the soldiers' army, what they can do, they cannot do anything, and that's the most disappointing for me.